it took so long?
I'm Marco Forrest Jr.
And I'm Carwin Walker.
And
Yet again.
yet again for the eighth in a row. We've been doing a lot, primarily the CBZ stuff. But as we've been putting together this campaign, there's been a worldwide hurdle for everyone that has only the internet to rely on to get their mediums out there, and it's the SOPA Act.
That's right, the Stop Online Piracy Act, as well as the Protect the PIPA?
PIPA or whatever?
PIPA? Yeah, PIPA. Silly. But it's like, just knowing that, like, SOPA comes and goes, saying that people are saying that it's being postponed until, like, an indefinite amount, but you know what? We lost Mega Upload, which was one of the biggest file sharing.
Yeah.
We can go on about that, but just knowing...
It's pretty much, it comes down to this, is that what's happening is SOPA they're determined to, if you're using likenesses, names, and or music or anything that might be similar to their properties, they can come in and take it away, which we have a lot of that because of the context of what we're doing. And as we were prepping for a YouTube premiere, we got wind of this thing come the beginning of January, end of December kind of thing. And
end of December, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just knowing that, like, this is going to end up changing not just a lot on the internet or even all, but as well as the special parody and satire clauses, because people are going to literally be able to say, we have to tell you what part is a joke or what's different from what's real, or if we're being serious about it or not. Yeah,
so now it forces us into a weird corner, because now we're stuck trying to decide what venue to get it out through exactly on our means. But we've run into some kind of awesome happenstances to allow us to get this thing beyond just the internet, which we can't really disclose right now because of agreements and whatnot. But it's just been kind of frustrating, because even if we wanted to do something on the side, even if it wasn't CBZ related and it was still comedic and satirical and blah blah blah, we'd probably still be running into the same exact issue, right?
Yep. It's just knowing that, like, these laws that are in, like, just knowing that, like, I'm at least glad that people are trying to, like, protest and to get it down, but knowing, like, last week was not a winning battle. Like, that was a loss.
Yeah. Now, you know more about, Carmen knows more about Mega Upload than I do, and exactly explain for people if they don't know what that is, Carmen, what Mega Upload is.
Mega Upload is simply just a file sharing site to where users can get on, share stuff, as well as stream data and it's just data sharing, just file sharing at its latest. It's just knowing that it was one of the biggest sites for it, next to Rapid Share, and at the same time, it's like you can pay for it.
Yeah.
And, you know, as we were talking about, like, just trying to, like, distribute something outside of a different source, I mean, as long as somebody's getting a cut, and that seems to be the real deal about why
studios are even bothering, because it comes into, they're not making money off somebody watching what either their advertisers they've signed agreements with are making money off, or the studio itself, whether it's a movie or a short film.
And you know what? And it's like, I gotta say, it's like, I pay for my file sharing. It's like, I just paid $10 this month for my Rapid Share. Yeah. And you know what? And it's like, just if we, like, try to go about our business or try to petition, it just seems like people are still going to be edgy about it because nobody's getting paid. And, forgive me, guys, for anonymous, but it's like, I don't think attacking the Department of Justice is exactly going to help us. And I mean, even for, like, cyber terrorism, I'm not saying that you guys are doing that or not, so don't blow me up in an explosion or something.
Don't go all like Joker and give him
don't kill me.
Give him
guys.
Instructions on where
I'm
to go.
I'm not saying that that's what you do, but it's just all I'm just saying it as what I'm thinking of as an honest opinion. Yeah. I don't think hacking the MPAA or anything like that is going to stop.
Is going to help us resolve this thing. Now, I mean, I do appreciate the.
I appreciate the effort.
I do. I mean, it's ballsy and it's kind of cool. But I think with the beast that you're facing when it comes to the entire entertainment industry, relying on, like, Hollywood wants its money. Like, no matter what you do, Hollywood wants its money. Perfect example is people hate Michael Bay movies for whatever reasons they might hate them, but those movies will still make a cool billion easy. Like, every summer one of those things comes out, it'll still make its money, and that's it. That's that's what Hollywood that's what they thrive on. They need cash. It's like any other economic system.
And you know what? And it's just like, I feel like I'm repeating myself when I'm saying anything like this, but it's like the retaliation for every person that's going to be in Congress that's pushing this, even if like something was hacked, there's just going to be more politicians coming in about SOPA, as well as, I mean, I don't even know if Obama's supporting it, but I know he's getting Nikes from like Spike Lee, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, seeing that picture is just like,
he's dunking.
It's like, Obama rules.
Yeah, backboard shattering.
God,
yeah, it's one of those things. And the thing about the SOPA Act that we ran into was like, okay, every medium that we've been researching,
it's literally going to like take away some of our distribution. And knowing that, like, I'm sure internet investors as well as angel investors are going to be pulling out of internet revenues. And and then it's just all like, and like Blip seems to be like the one channel that everybody went to for like the longest time to get stuff done. Like, I don't know if that's still a registered situation,
or if it's as free as it used to be, you know, for artists to create stuff. Another thing that does too is it puts the fan-made films directly in the line of fire, because when you don't have the permission from the company.
No, but the thing is knowing that like most of the fan films that are getting made are properties that are that actually have rules that say if you do a fan film, you have to literally state it that it's a fan film.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's like, unless the situation that came with the Max Payne 2007,
where there's monetary gain trying to be made from it,
because they tried to distribute at a movie theater.
Yeah,
and Fox completely came in and said, "We've got this thing with Mark Wahlberg. I don't know if it's better than yours or not. Probably not, but you know, just saying
They were both pretty bad.
We're going to have to destroy your shit."
Yeah,
and knowing that, like,
and another thing though too is before the act goes through, if it does, those terms and conditions could apply with those studios for now. And after the act, those terms and conditions could change. You know what I mean? Because then now, let's say BioShock sees a fan film. We'll use that for an example. And then all of a sudden, right now, it's okay. Then the SOPA thing goes through. And then now, and now it just gets pummeled, because it's just, if it's gotten 1 million views, if you could have been charging like 50 cents per view to watch it, then, you know, that's money that studio wants.
Yeah. And just knowing that, like, that was an intentional show that's probably going to end up seeing some monetary gain. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything beyond the fan film and the Indiegogo site. But it's just knowing that, like, it literally just seems to come down to that almighty dollar.
Yeah. It's like, as long as you have the permission and that person you're trying to network it through is going to be making some cash, you're good. And if you don't, if you're just trying to do it for artistic means, you're fucked. And it was weird, when we started our thing, we got the thing with Montel Jordan.
For a chapter 1.
This is how we do it.
He didn't say it was literally separate from a situation, saying, because it's like on this, like, even on the South Park situation for like Scientology in that episode, they had to literally have like a caption that said, "This is what they really believe."
Right.
And like, it's humorous and all this other stuff, but knowing that they actually had to have a caption on there.
Yeah. That it's got to be, you have to state it like that clearly is kind of kills it, because it's like what happened to the subtlety of the satire.
And it's just knowing that, like, and then it's like we're going into the definitions of like, what's the difference between parody or satire? And it just seems to be like, if it's not contained in that whole video, or if it's all about that video, then it's like, then there'll be something different being thrown up about it.
Right. And then you look at like the people who have got around it, and the biggest thing I can think of is it's the South Park episode where it's the Jonas Brothers episode, you know, and it's like the Mickey Mouse coming in and like beating the crap out of all three of them.
And like, even with that episode, it's like, it's so close to it. It's like the design is obviously off. It's not what Disney would look like, or even like how the Simpsons would spell Disney with a Z instead of an S.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's
like,
just,
it's got to be enough to where you can get the idea that they're making fun of it.
And the weirdest thing right now too is it seems like the SOPA deal.
Then
only
again,
affects,
it's like those guys have all the money to make all the parodies that they want on anything.
Right. And it kind of comes down to like, it's cool because the studios are doing it, the cable networks are doing it, but you try to do it by yourself. You know what I mean? And they'll shut you down. It's like, I remember in the news there was a woman who had painted like a Mickey Mouse on the side of her daycare, and it was like a random daycare in the middle of nowhere. So Disney goes to like pay her a visit,
What?
Like
They brought
3
guns?
months, 3 months later, and they shut her entire kindergarten down, like
Oh,
her entire preschool thing down.
Oh shit!
It was like a daycare or something, and they came in. They were like, "Did you clear that through us?" And she's like, "It's just like I'm not trying to make any money. Like this is like a nonprofit thing."
Yeah, because
and they shut her down.
Yeah, because it's like I remember a situation like in high school, like somebody had made a mug with like Disney on the side of it.
Yeah.
For like graphics communications or whatever. It's like simple screen printing, label, sticker on a mug.
Yeah, but
and Disney came in and swept and destroyed your
Yeah.
mug. It's like, hey, you see this mug over here? I'm gonna take this shit, throw it on the ground, and bash it in front of you.
It's like it was like that opening scene to like Inglourious Bastards.
Oh,
They just
everything's
wanted that
like
mug.
he just wants some milk.
Girls under the floorboards.
I just want some milk with my cookies.
With that Disney mug of milk, shaking. Just don't kill me. They're under the floorboards. So like I that's the thing we've been facing the most right now, and the premiere is still coming. It's just now it's like, okay, we have to go through another screening process, and
to where we make sure that, like, I mean, and you know what? It's just being prepared about what's going to end up happening.
yeah, we're just being cool. And there's other stuff, guys, that's coming up that we can't disclose because it involves other companies and stuff. That doesn't limit us. If anything, it's going to be a great opportunity. And we're going to one of those meetings tonight, actually, after we record this. And I don't know. It just kind of sucks. I think I feel more bad, dude, for like the other artists, like the true artists that are going to try to take something and make something out of something that's inspired them online, and then
Jay-Z was fine with fucking Danger Mouse doing the whole
that exactly
album.
It was from artist to artist. It was just even though they didn't communicate, it was more
but I'm
like,
sure like the Beatles estate had more of a whoa, hold on, you can't do that shit.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jay-Z, and it's funny because what's predominant on that stupid Grey album? It's Jay-Z, not the Beatles. The Beatles are so tripped out in the background that
knowing that like their shit's being used, it's like, how many of them are still alive?
How many of them are relevant?
I mean, unless
one.
It's like Paul McCartney.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it.
Like, I know that people had put up the whole blackout on the sites and stuff last week. I was actually kind of mad because I wanted to get on the Wikipedia of most of all those sites, but you know, hey. And it just seems like, all right, other places they don't have internet, and I'm hoping that it doesn't come to the point to where,
like the Korea situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it like
it might.
All the technology, including like for Xbox Live, that shit would be going too if there's no internet access. I mean, once internet's gone, I don't think there's a way.
What do we do?
It back.
Yeah,
people will have to establish their own Wi-Fi networks, and then
it's called shaking hands. Hey, how you doing? I'm pretty good.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, what did we do before the internet?
802XF version 9.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not compliant with that. My thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of like internet content. Like, so
we're not the biggest fans of anything.
So I don't like. The plus that could come out of SOPA is that people will start trying again. So like that's great that like your weird prank I'm gonna punch my friend in the face video has like you know Maxwell playing in the background, and they take that video down. That's cool because what will take the place of that is somebody actually attempting to do something for real. And if the only way we can get things is .coms, like people's personal .coms, that whatever.
Hey man, $5 for a domain that easy, I'll do it.
Right, exactly. And it's just like I don't know.
People are just gonna put up, and it's I guess it's like the weird idea. Hopefully, it's like if one thing, they'll be like baby as kids. If they don't die, they multiply.
Yeah.
Or anything, just take one out, two comes in its place.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating. It's just so damn frustrating because it's just like I don't know.
Like, you know, we're still gonna keep going at it. Like, there's still be more stuff. Like, we own 100% of our things now.
Yeah,
like
and
we've got
the premiere is coming, and it's like we have the .com, and we did that knowing that like eventually like if this is gonna really we started getting into this stuff like earlier last year.
Like because I had to bring it to you about it. Just like, did you hear about this Stop Online Piracy Act?
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, I don't know, man.
Because we were in the last phases of finishing it in the pilot and going like this is our cut, right? And the thing we wanted to establish was like these guys are in the real world. We wanted to use real stuff for right now. That's what we wanted to use. And so,
and it's knowing that like taking ideas are one thing, but stealing like a whole life is something else completely different.
Yeah.
And just knowing that like it will like a huge battle of us picking and choosing what to show, what to release, what to hold back.
Yeah.
And it's like we're not the kind of guys that go ahead and try to hold back anything.
Right.
Unless it's like corporations are coming after us saying that we can't say anything about it.
Yeah, for real. So it's just been nuts.
Video game news.
Oh, in video game news, I got surprised. Turns out we are in fact talking about this. I don't know if you guys have known this or not, but I was about to say Platinum Studios. Rocksteady Studios, the guys that are behind such hits as Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. There was a giant rumor going around earlier in the week, because we all love rumors, saying that they were going to try to do like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game, like in the same basis. And I had to like come in swiftly and say, no, that's not going to happen. This is a rumor. They don't have the facts. Peace GN or whatever. I don't think this is real. You're trying to make this a reality and get your fans, get people to kind of go into a panic, but I don't think it's worth it right now.
Did it start? I don't know.
This was earlier this week.
I mean, like, what site did you find it on? Was it like
I
IGN
found it.
Or?
No, that was the thing. IGN didn't get it until 3 days after it was already up.
Wow.
I had to get it from somebody that just goes online every day and just looks shit up. And knowing that I've never heard of this guy's site before, and I don't know how many bloggers are out there or how many, but it's like I read the article and saying like he was trying to be cool with his words and saying like, I don't exactly have the proof to say that this exists, and the studio isn't going to say anything.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask them to put a petition together on Twitter and send it to Rocksteady and say, make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
God.
And it's like, it's owned by Viacom and the rights are tied up, and there will be a video game tied into like the show and the movie. And that's not for like a year and some change. And Rocksteady Studios has like a 2-year development. And it's like, you know what? They're just going to do another DC character. IDW is not even close to DC yet. No. They just do crossovers as well as, I mean, they've got original titles too.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not going to be, I guess it's almost close to saying that it's the big 3 instead of the big 2.
Right.
Or, I mean, to be fair, it would be big 4 if you're including Image.
Yeah.
So, and it's just like, I mean, they're just corporations like everyone else, and I don't think that'll happen.
No, especially with the coming soon of the show, and the fact that there's a feature attached to the same company running the show, so it's like that video game is,
and that same company is also behind like the actual IDW new cartoon comic book that they've got now, because it's like Nickelodeon's got their little sticker on the side of it. It's like Nickelodeon, go fuck yourself. Fuck you.
Yeah. So like, so it's just like, it's weird though. And then that got us talking about like how rumors on the internet become fact, because somebody will generate a screenshot of something.
Yeah.
Because then like, didn't you say Danny? Our friend Danny had sent Carwin like a picture.
But that was a joke though. It was just all like it was a good joke, I gotta say, because it's like it was just horribly put together.
And that was the joke, was just that like, oh, I got a screenshot, it must be true. And it's from like a PS1 or something, like some horrible.
It was just like somebody, like it was literally just like photoshopped with this girl there and dressed up like April O'Neil and like this.
Which is just like an 80s yellow jumpsuit. Yeah.
And it's just there in like a 3D version titled off to the side of like the actual logo. And it's just all like, there's no coming soon. This is crazy. I know it's a joke. I thought it was hilarious.
No, I thought it was funny too, because he was just like, it must be true. And then like, it was the worst composited shot I think we had ever seen. It's like one character's super in focus and one character's like pixelated, and it's like all 2D. Yeah. And it's just, but that got us talking about like the rumors thing.
Dirty rumors.
Like, but it almost seems like every
if you can get online and you can get a Twitter and you can get followers and stuff and put up a petition, everything will work in your favor.
Everything, dude. Like, IGN, half of their articles are like, this is my opinion of something that will never happen. And that's it. And they built a website off of people giving half-truth opinions.
Oh, man. And you know what? It's like, I guess half-truth opinions are better than no opinion at all.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, because it's like, I just remember, like, the Oscar lists are out, and it's like, Andy Serkis did not, in fact, get, like,
any sort of nomination, right?
For a Caesar.
Yeah.
So it's like, everybody was hyping that whole thing will happen. It's like, you know what? They're probably going to label it as, like, a CG character, and they're going to say that, no. It'll be like the whole Tron situation. Mm-hmm. It was done with computers, visual effects, lose.
Yeah.
You don't win.
Unless it's all actors doing everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then it's like, oh, so we'd have to call it best practical effects and then best computer effects. It's like, man, the Oscars.
It's, I don't know,
the
dude.
Academy Awards. That's crazy.
The Oscars is another thing that runs off rumor, too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, what was the thing? Remember everybody was hyping up the year, like, Avatar's gonna get Best Picture. Avatar's gonna get Best Picture. And you're thinking, like, probably not, though.
No, but it'll be nominated in every single category.
Yeah,
for everything.
right.
Because it has everything in it.
Yeah, because it made $1 trillion or whatever. So
$2 billion.
And so it comes down to the fact that, like, you know, people gotta take it easy on, like, just wishing things would happen and thinking that, like, if I type them in, it, like your computer is not the never-ending story, you know, Mad Lib's book.
No, but if a giant lucky dragon came in and bashed my room, I'd be very upset.
Right.
I won't be happy about it.
And it comes down to, like, just, I don't know, I feel people, like, on the internet need to practice restraint. Just to kind of check themselves and go, like, I'm a fan, and I wish this could happen, but...
You know, when it's at the same time, it's like, can we really go ahead and tell somebody, like, to put a restraint on an opinion of some sort?
That's like saying, I believe... It's like putting and starting a website that just denies the fact the Holocaust happened.
That sounds like a good idea to have on Google right now. If we could just open it and look up.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
that's crazy. Like,
but at the same time, then you go like, why would you spend your time? It seems like the internet is fucked. I think. You know what I mean? It just seems like, you know, you had that really cool friend in high school who was always doing like drugs and drinking, and he was the life of a party. He was a cool guy. And then you get like 22, and then you see him somewhere again, and you're like, what the fuck happened to you? And he hasn't changed. He's still like, yo, dude, I wasn't at the party, but I heard that this chick gave 2 dudes blaze. And she was 15. That was crazy, right? You're like, I don't know.
Why are you speaking about that being 22 years old?
That's what I'm saying. And that guy with the Ninja Turtles article is probably like 35. And you're thinking like, please, shut up. Go back to your job. Become a productive member of society.
And you know what? It seems like I actually looked through his site. He's literally done like everything. So it's like, let's be honest. Like, this man's probably like 30-something years old.
Exactly.
Like he was a personal trainer at one time.
Right.
How do you be a personal trainer and a video gamer at the same time? I know it's possible, but it's like one thing has to give.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna spend 30 hours a day or 30 hours a week. I don't know why I said 30 hours a day.
Yeah.
But like 30 hours in a week on this video game. But it's just all like, you can't do something like that, devote your life to one thing or to many other things. It happens, but like, I didn't trust that site at all. And knowing that it didn't even register, to me, like, who is this guy? He's probably got Twitter followers and decided that he was cool enough to start up a blog. Whatever, man. Like, good for him, I guess.
I just think people need to learn journalistic integrity. That's what that used to be called.
I feel the same way with IGN, though.
I'm saying across the board. I'm saying everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Everyone in the world.
Let's all be productive members of society, guys.
Let's attempt, at least. Let's attempt to.
And even if that includes waiting 2 months for an act to go through that could validate the idea of what a satire or a parody is now. Let's fight it the right and proper way.
Right.
Let's stop hacking.
Let's love again. Let's learn to love again.
Let's learn to stop worrying about the R-rated symbol and just accept it for what it is from the MPAA.
Right. And guess what? If you don't have enough money to go to the movies, you shouldn't have bought that badass computer. right?
You're right.
I win.
Return without giving out.